I decided after a long day in the studio it was time to finish writing my essay on Jacques Cousteau and give myself a well-earned break to La Fiesta. Following me nearly taking out my friend Maya with a bike, my 5-minute journey to La Fiesta begins. I have noticed since I've been getting over my Lyme disease and getting closer and closer to these hand-ins that these visits to La Fiesta have gone from a weekly occurrence to about 2 or 3 times a week. For a long time I used to exclusively go to La Fiesta when I was hungover after a big Friday night. On a Saturday morning, I'd go and have their £5.90 full English and see if it could nurse me back to health. We'd all arrive in our hoodies and our sunglasses, planning to engage in minimal conversation, but usually reminiscing a little bit on the night that had just gone by. Time would go on. The waitress, who became very familiar with our orders, would all guess our regular meals. To keep her on her toes, I find myself changing from time to time, just switching up every couple of weeks just to keep myself and her interested. All the way back in 2023 when I was visiting Kingston to see if I fancied it as a place that I'd study at uni, my friend Alfred took me to La Fiesta. And I ordered a fish and chips. You see, back in Bath, we don't really have greasy spoons, so I didn't know that the usual thing was to order a full English or something like that. I didn't know what a greasy spoons was so much that when my friend Maya, the girl I nearly hit with the bike, said the word greasy spoons the first time, I thought she was talking about a really dirty chain of Wetherspoons. You see, in this day and age, especially once I moved to London, the fact that there's a place that's so cheap with such a fast turnover and still nice staff is pretty hard to come by. However, on Castle Street in Kingston, there is 4 greasy spoons, which led to me and my pal Vega deciding that we needed to write a script for, unfortunately, a never-to-be-produced film called The War on Cheap Street. We decided Castle Street wasn't as fitting of a name for a street with so much cheap food. The idea of the film was that it was going to be La Fiesta versus La Cigale, the greasy spoons opposite, a comedic Buzzy Malone-style turf war film. So we used to sit there every single day last summer, eat their student wraps or paninis, and write for hours on this script until eventually the last summer holiday killed the momentum as we both went home. Nowadays, I'm using this place as a place of refuge, a 5-minute bliss of a cycle ride from my uni to there, a 15-minute eating experience, and usually another 5-minute cycle back home. Although I have been known to stretch that out to like an hour if I really need the break. It lets my mind just roll through the day, what I'm doing, what I've been doing, and what I'm gonna do. It helps break it up. Not once on the cycle ride do I ever plan my order. For the last couple of months I know exactly what I'm going to order, and it is their student meal, the falafel wrap with chips, and if sometimes I'm feeling extra, I'll order some halloumi on the side. When I first used to go by myself, I used to follow the courtesy of being seated and glancing over the menu and then sort of getting their attention, but I now know that they like the fast turnover, so I go in, I sit down, I quickly get back up and go, actually, I know exactly what I want to get. I'll get the student wrap and the general order. I have become so certain of this order that sometimes I don't even need to order it. Before I even had a chance to film me asking for my order, she said, "Do you want the usual?" Quite simply the best.